engineers work on those things.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day.
The game we mostly played was scrub. And if anyone knows scrub is the absolute pecking order. The big kids get up to bat and batted and batted and batted, while all the rest of us, all the other little kids, had to chase the ball and go down. And the only exception was when the big guys would hit a fly ball, the little kid would catch it and come running in, get up to bat, and the big kid in the pecking order would be out in center field somewhere, wanting to catch everything that was hit.
Again, I'd like to welcome everybody here today and thank you for coming this day to show your respect for those people who gave their lives in service to our country. Your presence here today shows you have not forgotten.
Sun, doo-doo-doo, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
In late September, a Vietnam War exhibit called The Moving Wall was coming to Wilmington, and we were looking for new and interesting ways of documenting this very special event. So we began to talk with Mark about the possibility of getting his help on the project. Namely, we wanted to get some aerial shots of the wall in the town of Wilmington. Mark?
It is so important to set the record in history book straight. We earned our place in history with our blood and our valor. We fought for our country and our ideals as a democratic, free-loving society. We fought for our children and our grandchildren, just like our forefathers fought before us. We will simply never forget.
This memorial has become a monument to the supreme sacrifice. The thousands of people who have come to see the names of these heroes testify to a love that endures forever. The messages in the mementos they leave speak with a whispering voice that passes gently through the cemetery there and out across the breast of this great nation of ours.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
On June 14, 1777, the Continental Congress resolved that the flag of the 13 colonies would be 13 alternating red and white with a blue field of 13 white stars. In 1782, the Congress of Confederation recognize the meaning of each color of the flag. What we are about to do here today is out of our uttermost respect and undying honor for the flag.
This is Nolan. I hope you have a good war and I hope you're winning.
Okay, Bethany.
Hi, Uncle Todd. I just want to say have fun, kind of, and be safe and happy.
Santa has arrived on the scene. Is that Santa Claus? Where is he? Hi, Santa. How you doing? Well, we're all getting ready to go down there, as you can see. That's Sandra driving Santa down.
Wait a minute, I just gotta catch him. Santa, keep looking at me. Keep looking. Look at this. Look at. Let's see what happens with that.
I think we have to give credit to the oldest member of this family. She's putting up with the little ones crying. Terrific.
Myself, what are the qualities that make this breed of American so special? What is the basis for the profound respect, the deep admiration, and the heartfelt gratitude that we all share for our veterans? As often is the case, reflections like these immediately made me think of my grandfather, a man who, like so many of his generation, enlisted in the United States Army and spent 5 years of his life serving his country and the cause of freedom.
So, Tina, let me start with you, and let's talk a little bit about what the Wilmington Reads project is and how that came to be.
Okay, Wilmington Reads is a town-wide reading program. The concept of a town-wide reading program actually began in Seattle quite a few years ago, in 1998. And with the concept, what if everyone in Seattle read the same book? And so the concept spread across the country, so now many cities and towns have adopted this kind of program.
Jack and Flat Stanley sit atop the lifeguard chair. Hey, look, over there, what's that, Flat Stanley? Looks like a seagull swimming in the water.
This is from myself and all of my colleagues. It reads, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts State Senate official citation. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to Edward Chelly in recognition of your receiving the 2008 Wilmington Good Guy Award.
Again, I'd like to welcome everybody here today and thank you for coming this day to show your respect for those people who gave their lives in service to our country. Your presence here today shows you have not forgotten.
Hey, Dodo, catch! Slither, don't throw the frisbee so high. You know I can't fly. Here, catch. Playing frisbee is fun, but I wish we had more friends to play with.
The author of the bestseller, The 7 Characteristics of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, suggests that when identifying and wanting to accomplish a goal, that we begin with the end in mind. School starts, you said, after Labor Day, a little later than the other grades in the Wilmington schools. When is the first formal opportunity for a parent to visit school and to hear about their youngsters' progress or how their youngsters settling in their classroom? When does that occur?
At both of the sites, we usually have an open house, and it's usually toward the late September.
Tan car, which will be to your left. There's a drunk driver in that. He is not hurt. He caused the accident because he was drinking. The blue car. You notice the female victim laying in the parking lot. She actually got ejected through the windshield, and this happens all the time because she was not wearing her seatbelt. She is a fatality. She is dead at the scene. We are not going to even do anything to her. We'll check her out, and then we're going to move on to another victim.
What happened? Did you guys see anything? I didn't see anything. Honey, talk to me. I don't want to be out.
Now, I understand you would like to buy a house.
Yes, that's me applying for the mortgage.
Oh, sir, you are very witty, but you know what isn't witty? Your credit report.
Yes, well, I admit that I'm quite lazy. I get set to do one thing in my mind, but then in reality, it's never as good as I think it will be. I mean, I just can't get into keeping anything consistent.
Well, as much as I sympathize with you, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to give you a loan. Not.
Oh, well, you should. Let's see.
Can I taste the taste of life?
No, not in particular. I actually have to use the bathroom.
We all have our needs.
Jen Tinge and Ryan Breslin. Kristen Brophy and John Fahey.
Michael Pizzotti.
I officially present the graduating class of Wilmington High School, the class of 2008.
Skillful use of technology supports the development of process skills such as flexibility, adaptability, critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration, which are essential to success in our rapidly changing information age. Technology allows us to better serve the diverse learning needs of our students. Our schools must prepare students to be lifelong learners who are responsible for their own learning.
They know that every kid has an iPod or an MP3 player. Did you know? Did you know that? Do you believe that? And they know that kids take those things around, the little white bud earphones around wherever they go, and there should be content in those iPods, and it should be their stuff. So they can put that stuff in their iPod. Walk around with that stuff. Any questions? Okay. The world's a cruel place. Your kid goes home, they're going to find this in Google, number 2 out of 14 million. Do they know why it's that high? Click here to connect to Stormfront Radio. Now, I don't know how to say this. I think every teacher in this room should be podcasting every day. You need to compete with these people.
Great. No, nothing is worse than a lack of leadership. It's what destroys nations, ravages armies, smashes armies. That's why we have to defend ordinary people and never let women get the better of us. If we must fall, better to fall to a real man and not be called worse than woman.
In my opinion, unless time is robbing you of discernment, you're speaking intelligently on the subject.
I think there's another assumption out there that online courses, virtual courses, are easier than traditional courses. What's your thinking about that? And maybe I could ask Amanda and then Mrs. Tucker.
They're different in some ways. Like, I know the reading for one of my classes for Irish Lit is a lot more extensive than for an English class that I regularly have. Like,
Name the country that has the world's largest area of arable and permanent cropland.
The United States.
The United States is correct.
At the Shawshene School, we have a parent group called The Pack. They provide many programs for all the students. Here's Erin Campbell from Mrs. Lesnick's class to tell you more.
Thank you, Rose. Hello, I'm Erin Campbell, and I'm here to tell you about the Pack enrichment programs. For example, here are some things they put on for us. Owl programs, Indian dancers, puppet shows, magic shows, and concerts.
This night is to honor you for all that you have done, given to, and shared with not only our students, but the entire Strings family that are here before you. As I look around this room, I do not see students, alumni, and parents. I see admiration, love, and respect.
Opponents of this article cite the need for more accountability. We disagree. Notwithstanding our occasional and sometimes strong differences of opinion, we believe that the composition and performance of the Wilmington Planning Board during the past decade has been exceptional.
If you're putting in whatever they want to put in, and they're going to be cutting down trees and even infect any other wetlands? Has anything been looked at? What, if we get rains like we did before, what would be the effect of the areas around the new proposals that are going on? Has anything been looked into this?
The question is, we're looking at expense, say $32, $40 million or whatever the town ever was to decide if they went that route. Is that figure based upon interest? Are we going to be paying $32 million plus interest above and beyond that? Because I know the state's going to pay half that. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe Mike could answer that, or superintendent.
Yeah, no, the actual construction cost, it would be whatever the number is, 32 or 40 million, whatever it is. More likely would be 75 million, and if we got 50% back, then that would be the cost. Then the borrowing would take place, and that's when the interest would be included in your borrowing.
So why do we have to continue studying the site if there's been so much work done to date? The problem becomes obvious when I get through some of these slides. I'll show you, that a lot has been accomplished, but there still hasn't been a holistic, comprehensive look at the overall problem, and that's what we need to have happen, and that's what the Superfund program does. And just very quickly, this graphic depicts, the Superfund process. Discovery of a new site, that's when the state calls us and says, hey, we have a problem here.
So the quarterback for the Cats, Stephen Stewart, a senior.
Second down and 6.
Get a pitch out to number 9. That's Evan Butters. Evans finds an opening. He's on his way, left side. Touchdown for the Wildcats on the second play from scrimmage. A 42-yard, actually, a 42-yard jaunt for the Wildcats. So Evan Butters from the 42 puts the Wildcats up ahead at 6-0. So the quarterback for the Cats, Stephen Stewart, a senior.
Second down and 6.
Get a pitch out to number 9. That's Evan Butters. Evans finds an opening. He's on his way, left side. Touchdown for the Wildcats on the second play from scrimmage. A 42-yard, actually, a 42-yard jaunt for the Wildcats. So Evan Butters from the 42 puts the Wildcats up ahead at 6-0. Cats up by a score of 7-0. Second home game of the season for the Cats. All right, touchdown for Wilmington. A 3-yard plunge by Evan Butters.
Touchdown, Evan Butters.
Salvato gets the 2. All right, Tewksbury ties it up now, 8 apiece. Stewart to Manganelli. Malillo pops for 3, gets a 3-pointer. That's Malillo. Put the Cats up by 3, 11-8. All right, here we go. About 7 seconds left to go in the game. This is Zifferlin in the corner. 3-point attempt is no good. Rebound goes to North Andover, puts it up and in. And the Wildcats, the Wildcats, time ran out, 52-50. Go to the tape. And they credit the score to North Andover, 52-52. And the Wildcats are claiming that there was no time left on the court, on the clock.
And keeps the puck out of their hands. Right. Gately with a bit of a lead on him. He puts that one away. He got some great power on that one, but he didn't compromise accuracy for it. He put it right where he needed it to be, and that puts it 1-0 Wildcats with 10:38 left in the first. Here comes the Wildcats with another push. This one will end up wrapping around the boards. Yeah, I'll take the return trip. Oh, dangerously close to the net. That was Flanagan with the goal. The Wildcats just keep putting the pressure on, and that's when opportunities like that come along.
With it now, Brandano behind the net. Sends it up along the right point to Griffin. Griffin back to Brandano. Centering pass in, the shot, score! They get it right back. Brandano sets the table for Bridget Griffin, who puts in a slapper and ties this thing up. It's a power play goal with 11:50 left to go. With it now, Kelly Brandano. Brandano gets some open ice, and when she gets going, watch out, she did it before, and here she goes again. Moving up the ice, it's Brandano now. Brandano with a wrist shot. Goes trickling behind her, it goes in the net. That's a goal.
Yeah, they'll give her that one.
That's one of those hard shots that you think you've got to stop, but it just keeps on coming. Kelly Brandano, her second marker of the game, scoring 33 seconds into this third period, making 5-0 Wilmington.
From the studios of Wilmington Community Television, this is WCTV Cable Radio, an audio service of WCTV Wilmington.
But this is Sereno Royale, episode number 20. Really excited, inching ever closer to my goal of 48 episodes, 24 hours of Sereno Royale. It'll be the worst thing you'll ever hear.
You're listening to Blues in the Basement on WCTV Cable Radio.
And I'm your host, Bill McGuire, and we'll continue our blues travels with a selection from Little Milton. This is The Blues Is All Right.
And on that note, welcome to this week's edition of Lilies and Remains. I'm your host, Victoria. Lilies and Remains is brought to you courtesy of WCTV Cable Radio, companion service of WCTV's Community Bulletin Board.
Welcome again to another edition of Mike's Music Machine. I'm your host, Mike Murray, and I have another great show planned for you for today. So sit back, get relaxed, enjoy my show.
It's weird. That was Grass by Animal Collective. And I'm just going to do a break. It's going to be a sweeper because there's no commercials because it's a non-commercial radio station that is theoretical.
It's time for Joe's weekly collection on WCTV Radio. It's my collection. That means what I want, when I want. We got a good show tonight, so don't turn that dial.
Jazz Access on WCTV Cable Radio, coming your way with jazz and American classics in the wee small hours of the morning. The Swingin' Miss D, that's the name of the release, the album. And, of course, it's Dinah Washington featuring Quincy Jones and his orchestra. And they didn't believe me.
What does the president of Wilmington Pop Warner do?
A lot, actually. It's a youth football and cheerleading organization, and basically I just oversee everything that the coaches in the program do and that the board of the directors do.
Okay.
I'm a family medicine physician, which we treat little kids and grown-ups, and my interest has always been in treating the family.
Restaurant inspections.
Right.
Hopefully not too many closures, because that means something's wrong.
Right.
And we do housing inspections for complaint-oriented inspections.
Okay. Well, we're a volunteer charity based in Reading, very active in Wilmington, and what our basic purpose is, we help people get started again after homelessness.
Nothing's wrong with your TV set. I'm on the other side of the stage.
I started to attempt to quit smoking on my own. I just didn't want to do it anymore. And no matter what I tried, it didn't work. I did the American Lung Association, I did the Heart Association. Emerson Hospital had a routine I went through. I did the patch, I did the gum.
So when did you start running? Was this something you did when you were younger, even younger than you are now?
I'd say that I kind of started I probably started back when I was around 10 years old. I think my first road race was the Joe Bamberg race here in Wilmington.
Sunnyside Cafe was originally Winston's, from what I've heard. It's been there for a long time, where a lot of children, which are now adults, used to go there with their parents. Okay.
And we're running through the chair. I'm also the chairman of the Moving Wall Committee to bring the wall to Wilmington.
Wow.
But the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington was so unique. The Black Wall, all 58,000 names. There was no way to reproduce that kind of thing in the communities.
It started 4 years ago when it was the 275th birthday in Wilmington. One of the celebrations that they decided to have was a road race. Tom Kazera was the founder of it.
Everybody knows Tom.
Everyone knows Tom. Everyone loves Tom, and he's a great runner. So it was his idea.
Did I feel guilt that classmates of mine lost their lives in Vietnam?
Of course, and that's human. That's your human side.
To this day.
And that is one.
The war ended in 75, I guess.
Right.
And here we are 33 years, 33 years later.
It's a long time.
Exactly right.
But in history, it's not really.
No.
30 years in history is nothing.
It's nothing, exactly right.
But,
all these personal connections, and you really realize how really all connected we are.
Right.
And so it's...
in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly.
So he says, please, I'm going home in 4 weeks. What? I knew this. I says, yeah. He says, I need the flight time so I can get these extra hours in.
Obviously, you're with the Army. I see on your hat there, the infantry. What did you do for us while you were over there?
I volunteered for the draft.
You volunteered for the draft?
Yes.
Wow.
I wanted to find out, well, numerous reasons, but I wanted to find out what was going on over there.
So
we offer 24 hours, 7 day a week option for people to...
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. What we find is that most people don't have the time, especially with our busy schedules, to squeeze exercise in, so we try to eliminate that obstacle.
Wow. I went to Simmons to get my library degree, and then began my job in Wilmington, and have been there since, and I was promoted to director in 1996.
Nice. The sole purpose is really to raise private funds from different sources, and then we have an established set of grant programs that we use to actually give the money back to the school systems for particular uses.
Okay. I think that's great that you're doing that. Nice. Very nice. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I'm actually finalizing some new press stuff for the radio show that I do, Serena Royale.
Ooh.
So we're getting together like a poster and a little ad that we do on the cable radio. So.
Once I get the other 3, I'm actually going to attach Megan's to mine. We'll put them together. All right. So Megan has her 3 made, and I have my 3 made. And we're just going to put the 2 bunches together and staple them again. And then the last step, you can see the pieces are kind of falling down. We just need to staple the points together so that they don't flop away from each other. So you're just going to go around and staple them together.